can I bring you the latest from the Joe Biden chronicles. Look, we all know about the horror show debate, and how ever since that went down, the man has been trying to convince us, hey, I'm okay, folks. Well, let's check in on how that effort's going, shall we? On Sunday, Joe Biden decided to go to church, and not just any church, a historically black church in Philadelphia. Joe Biden has, of course, told us many, many times over the years that he grew up in the black church. So, let's see. He must be pretty comfortable in that sort of environment. Yes, let that spirit move you, Mr. President. And then there was this bizarre moment. Just watch it on your screen here. What you see right now is the pastor of the church giving the president money that he can then go and take down to the collection plate, as if he was a child. I mean, seriously, watch him. Is he okay there? Well, I think we know the answer to that. I mean, Joe Biden has claimed that he is a regular mass goer, that he used to go to black churches after going to mass, and hell, I bet you could find instances, if you dug into the records far enough, where he claimed that he grew up going to Hindu temples and Shinto shrines, if you went back into the records. But you'd think there'd be some basic familiarity then with facilities such as the collection plate. But this is not all. It also turns out that for some time, Joe Biden's event staff have been forced to use some pretty detailed instructions to get him through events. Check this out. According to news site Axios, which once upon a time was one of Biden's biggest defenders, the president's staffers prepare a short document with large print and photos that include his precise path to a podium, according to an event template the White House sends to staffers. According to Axios, one staffer reported, quote, "I staffed a simple fundraiser at a private residence, but they treated it like it was a NATO summit with his movements." The staffer went on to say, quote, "It surprised me that a seasoned political pro like the president would need detailed verbal and visual instructions on how to enter and exit a room." Well, of course, this is Joe Biden we're talking about, and I know the consensus is that Joe Biden is out of the race and it's just a matter of time, and that because it's the legally and politically easiest thing to do, Kamala Harris will take over and lead the Democrats to an ignominious defeat. Anyway, even if the party is, as she says, unburdened by what has been. But let's just have a little note of caution here. Elections that looked like the rights to win have a habit of going the other way at the last minute these days. Just look at France, where a voting system that was installed by Charles de Gaulle after World War II to keep the communists out of power has now brought them closer to power. The left is very adept at gaming systems, and when they want to win, they pull out all the stops, not just in France, but around the world. Meanwhile, again over to Axios. It seems that congressional Democrats are doing their damnedest to prevent a Republican bill demanding that voters provide proof of citizenship to register to vote in federal elections from becoming law. Now, to me, this seems like a pretty sensible proposal. I can't think of any reasons why someone would be against it. Well, there's maybe one reason. Anyway, it's not what a lot of people want to hear, but that Trump victory is going to be a lot harder fought than I think a lot of folk on the right realize. Don't get cocky.